move come on in. I know what is good Google move. Anyway, what's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's crack? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler, and welcome to an inspiring episode of I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying with the rock with the next. Y'all put this thing up. Oh man, I know I ain't seen y'all in a minute. I know this video kind of intimidated me because I wanted to do justice on this video. Shout out to Top G1. He's the reason behind the video based on a comment that he made in regards to the video in which I listed some Chadwick Boseman quotes and everything like that. Top G had a lot to say. And I found his comment to be very, very telling, very, very motivational. And I thought that we could expound on his comment. I thought we could. In this video, yes, of course, it's a recast T'Challa video. It's especially in honor of Chadwick Boseman video. It is. It's specifically in honor of Chadwick Boseman video. And this video is basically aimed at the anti-recasters. So without further ado, let's begin. Hold on. Once again, shout out to Top G1. His comment serving as the inspiration for this video. He stated on the video where I shared quotes by Chadwick Boseman, how Chadwick's speeches and actions highlighted his humility and selflessness. Humility and selflessness. Those are great traits for any person to possess. Now imagine that person being in pain, privately dealing with cancer, chemotherapy sessions for 4 straight years, yet they still find it within themselves to visit others. Children similarly afflicted just to put a smile on their faces. That's the epitome of being humble and unselfish. Humility and selflessness. That is Chadwick Boseman. Now Top G also remembered one of his friends, an elementary school teacher, telling him how she had to let the children talk about Chadwick's passing. See, in their young, naive minds, they had lost the hero they looked up to. For a lesser few, they had lost the hero that represented them, looked like them, was them, i.e. T'Challa. Sadly, Ian and Taylor, 2 of the children Chadwick would frequently visit while filming Black Panther, didn't live long enough to see the film. This shook Chadwick to his core. See, if you don't have children, don't care for children, the story of Ian and Taylor isn't going to move you. The tragedy of them not being able to see their favorite superhero on screen, it isn't going to bother you. But what about others who didn't live long enough to see Black Panther? Those who were adults. Jack Kirby, the co-creator of T'Challa, aka the Black Panther. Dwayne McDuffie, one of the co-creators of Milestone Comics. You'll know him if I say Static Shock. My best friend Nick Thomas would have loved to have seen Black Panther with his kids, his children. Born in 1967, he didn't live long enough either. See, we all know someone who would have loved to have seen Black Panther. But while we got Batman after Batman, Superman after Superman, Wonder Woman after Wonder Woman, yes, Flash after Flash, we waited. Remember earlier I spoke about how Chadwick cried thinking about how Ian and Taylor didn't live long enough. Just in case you can't remember the clip, or you're having a problem remembering his words, here you go.
All of it's been very personal, just watching the kids experience it. And for me, I would say, they're 2 little kids, Ian and Taylor, who recently passed from cancer. And throughout our filming, I was communicating with them, knowing that they were both terminal, and what they said to me is, and their parents said they're trying to hold on till this movie comes, and to a certain degree, you hear them say that, and you're like, wow, that's like, I gotta get up and go to the gym. I gotta get up and go to work. You know, I gotta learn these lines. I gotta work on this accent. You know, seeing how devoted all of my castmates are, and knowing that will be something meaningful to them. But it's, to a certain degree, it's a humbling experience, because you're like, this can't mean that much to them, you know. But seeing how the world has taken us on, seeing how the movement is, how it's taken on a life of its own, I realized that they anticipated something great. And I think back now to a kid, and just, you know, waiting for Christmas to come, waiting for my birthday to come, waiting for a toy that I was going to get a chance to experience, or a video game. I did live life waiting for those moments. And so it put me back in the mind of being a kid, just to experience those two little boys' anticipation of this movie. And when I found out that they
take your time with it. They're trying to hold on was what shook him, what humbled him. It can't mean that much to them. Waiting for Christmas to come, waiting for my birthday to come, waiting for a toy that I was going to get a chance to experience, or a video game. I did live life waiting for those moments. So what put me back in the mind of being a kid, just to experience those two little boys, their anticipation of this movie. And when I found out it means a lot. You need me to replay that clip, or do you need me to say that again? See, the takeaway should be that Ian and Taylor aren't the only ones. The character of T'Challa, aka the Black Panther, meant so much to so many, young and old. There are many that didn't live long enough to see their hero, T'Challa, the Black Panther, make it to the big screen. And Chadwick Boseman, in that moment, during that interview, surrounded by the writer of the movie and co-stars of the movie, he got it. Maybe the moment was too big for them. Maybe they didn't get it. But Chadwick Boseman got it. Nate Moore says to him, T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman are one and the same. With all due respect, Mr. Moore, that's a selfish mindset. Especially when you take into consideration those who have passed away while waiting for T'Challa to be seen on the big screen. Add to that the very reason Chadwick Boseman would take on such a role, because the projects that I end up doing, that I want to be involved with in any way, have always been projects that will be impactful, for the most parts, to my people, to Black people. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, as Chadwick so eloquently stated, people of African descent, most of us grew up accepting and loving Spider-Man. I still love Spider-Man. I still love the Incredible Hulk. I still have those characters that were white role models, superheroes, whatever you want to call it. You basically had no choice but to accept those. He's absolutely right. We didn't have a choice but to accept them.
And now that we have a choice, it'd be nice if we were as fortunate to share T'Challa with our children and our grandchildren the same way many others have been able to share Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, and Diana Prince with their children and grandchildren, not just in the comic books, but on the small screen and big screen as well.
So yeah, to the cast and crew, Nate Moore, Ryan Coogler, Kevin Feige, one and done is not the answer. It's not. Not recasting is not the answer. Killing off the character, that's not the answer. Ryan, you, Danielle, and Lupita were with him when he made that statement. Michael B. Jordan was there as well. I'm going to leave you with this, and I'm going to walk away. Because you heard his message. You consoled him. Do not allow yourself to succumb to emotions that make your feelings greater than the legacy of the person you grieve over, less risking making it more about you than them. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.